played against teams like Renegades and Beast Coast, things like that. So they've been able to put up some fights and put up some big numbers, and we'll have to see if they can do that here today. Choice on what map? Ascent.
Ascent, the Valorant Sunday Showdown's favorite map ever. But on the other side, on Team Basilisk, we see some other names that we're pretty used to. Nanners, G-Man, Riku, Bergie, even Wilski. We've seen all of these players here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, so I'm really excited to jump into this one. We actually went through a nice, quick agent select there. So as far as what I saw, it might be a mirror matchup. But it's kind of the normal picks. I saw the Omen, Killjoy, a couple Reynas, the Jet. So, and of course, Sova. Gotta have Sova here on Ascent. I mean, let's be honest, Laz. Sova and Ascent are like two peas in a pod.
It's pretty much like a given. Like, it's, if you don't pick Sova on this map, then I mean, I don't know either if you're crazy or if you got something absolutely insane stored in the pocket, but we'll have to see. But I mean, like you said, Sova's an easy pick. And then I always get a little bit curious on the different compositions that we'll have here today. But everything looked like it was pretty standard. Nothing really stood out as a big question mark for me personally. And I'm always pretty excited when new teams and teams just try different compositions entirely, because it just kind of makes you think.
Oh, absolutely. But this time we are going... Oh, we do see the Phoenix and Cypher on the side of Team Basilisk. I had a feeling we might see something a little bit interesting from them. Evil Geniuses kind of going a little standard here, but if they can pull it off big, that could be huge. Josias is going to be the first one to go down here, but Alexander is going to get some nice headshots out onto Nanners, who is playing the Phoenix. I thought we were going to see the Omen from Nanners, but not this time playing that Phoenix, so there's a good trade-off here from Evil Geniuses and Team Basilisk here in the top 16 of the Valorant Sunday Showdown.
And this is top 16, so I mean, it is a best of one. So for anybody not aware, you've been living on a rock, you haven't been here in the VSS before. So it is BO1s all the way to the end. Until then, that will be a BO3. So a lot of teams have a big fight here as they have to pull this map through to keep on going into the top 8. Take flight now that we are on the top 16, and you can even see EG putting a lot more of their defense towards this A, but now beginning going for the split here. The 2-and-2, G-Man trying to find something. He's trying to get this turret down. The dark cover is actually going to be blocking off their vision, but they're going to still push on through. Spike advance itself, and Alexander actually does fall, not able to find anybody.
Really unfortunate situation there, but Potter is moving in hot and heavy with this Killjoy, which could be huge, but oh no, she missed! But there it is, a nice flick, a nice reposition there. It's going to take down G-Man, but the trades are coming out from Evil Geniuses. It is a 2v2 now in this situation. Evil Geniuses are going to have to execute this nice retake. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. The health pools aren't looking amazing on the side of Team Basilisk, but Riku is going to get the 3K onto Temperature and force it to be a big push, but Team Basilisk is going to take the pistol round from Evil Geniuses, and this is a really fun start here on Ascent.
Yeah, that was a really good play from TB. I mean, the fact that both players played in the back of Boathouse, I mean, luckily for them, the Sova did not have 2 shock darts. You can see the one actually did land right on top of Bergie, but had no more, and they were able to take Bergie, or take down the player as well from EG. So just leaving Potter by herself, wasn't able to make much work of it, but pistol round does go in favor for TB, and now they're going to be just forcing up with everything they got. Do have an interesting purchase, a couple bulldogs and things like that, and this is actually looking like a very light round in terms of money spent for EG.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a pretty interesting round. I mean, a lot of people put a lot of pressure on the pistol round and the round afterwards, but I feel like they're just kind of playing nice and slow. Both of these teams not trying to push anywhere crazy, but we are seeing a two-person push up through here, but Osias getting pretty aggressive in this situation. G-Man thought to jump in there pretty quickly, but thought better of it, is going to back off, and that's probably the right choice by them because, you had Osias holding that really close angle ready for a push. But here we go, a nice rotation on over to A is actually going to be the fake from Team Basilisk. This is very interesting play. We've been seeing really fast executes on Ascent, but this is really slow from both of these teams.
This is a very interesting play. Like you said, I mean, EG, they're going for a bit of a gamble now. So 4 players are going to be stacked inside that A, whereas Potter, she's just going to play in the back of their spawn. So they're trying to go for that gamble, and this is definitely the right call for them to do, especially that they don't have anything really invested. So you can see Potter's just going to be creeping on through the dark cover, trying to get some intel. Now going to be able to locate 3 of the TB players. Now EG, they're going to be able to go for this big rotate. Now at this point, they're going to see what they can find. They're going to try to take down some weapons, get some damage, find an opening. We talked about firepower, and it's definitely big on this squad. Can they make something work with just the classics?
It's a really tough situation for Evil Geniuses at the moment. Classics versus kind of a force-ish buy from Team Basilisk, but I mean, that's kind of to be expected at the moment, but some big shots from Claudia are going to take down G-Man, and some trades are going to go off. It is a 2v3 situation, but my goodness, Evil Geniuses are coming in hot. Claudia is getting a ton of damage out, but not this time. Going to be taken down from Riku, but a fantastic display there from Evil Geniuses to be able to take down a lot of econ and a lot of health out from Team Basilisk.
Basilisk is pulling up big now. I mean, they pull up 2-0. EG going to be able enough for the gun round, so big test to see. And TB doing a very good job just getting the right reads, the good executes so far. Not really much that we're expecting from EG, but now this will be the big moment to see. No operators in the hands yet, of course, too early on for that. They're going to try a little bit differently. Camera's not going to be able to get the dart onto anybody. Alexander going to be close on by with the jet. Cybercage going to be blocking things off. Not allowing TB to get that orb, but it will be the Blade Storm that's going to now be activated here from TB. That will be Riku that will now use it. So, doesn't have a lot in his hands except for this, and this is definitely a dangerous weapon.
Absolutely. In the right hands, it could be devastating. Team Basilisk, once again, playing nice and slow, and Evil Geniuses have some very interesting and close corners held from all this. This is perfect. Potter is going to be able to take down the Owl Drone before spotting out Claudia. This could be huge for them. That's 1. That's 2. This is huge for Claudia being able to take down 2. The trade does come out from Wilski, but this is a nice start off for Evil Geniuses being able to be up 1 member above Team Basilisk, but they do have a lot of ground here on the A site. A member of Evil Geniuses kind of hanging out underneath Hell, but we're going to see what's going to happen here.
Oh no. Gee, man, missing that opportunity. Those knees are weak and the arms are definitely heavy. And now they will get the spike down, so they have it in a very interesting position in the back of the generator. Rosai's going to be able to take it down, but now Bergie trying to find something, but Alexander will now solidify that round for them. Will be Potter to get the defuse. Spike will not have the ultimate ready yet, but definitely getting closer and closer to that orb, or to the final point there for the orb.
Beautiful stuff from both of these teams. I mean, Evil Geniuses looked, a little bit shaky there for a second, but this time they felt a little more put together. Even, oh my goodness, the turnaround from Potter was a beautiful play from her onto G-Man. I mean, beautiful plays from these teams. And here we go. We're going to be jumping into round 4 and almost a full buy from all sides. We do see the Bulldog in the hands of Wilski. A little unfortunate situation at that moment, but we do have an operator in the hands of Riku, who has been a dangerous proponent of Team Basilisk. So if they can get a couple of headshots, a couple of kills with that operator, it could open them up for a devastating round in the favor of TB.
Really slowed things down, and now Riku gonna be holding things off. Operator duel. You can see both players just kind of looking at each other, but it will be Alexander with the rifle instead. So they might try to go for the quick peek, might try to do something a little bit cheeky, but no. It will be TB to creep on through into mid. So they're just slowly getting intel. Drone now going to be getting a little bit of information as well. He's going to open wide peek, not even going to go for the shot onto the drone, but instead takes down the life of Nanners. And that's a very big pickup. They've already lost one of their duelists. They still have another one. They have a Hunter's Fury available for them that they can use to try to get opening in the site. And right now, EG, they are playing quite an interesting setup, as they do have in the back of Fender side spawn on also with the side of the tool shed.
Very interesting situation indeed. Potter playing this pretty nicely, but Riku is going to be able to take her down with the operator and G-Man. I love the Bucky pickup from Claudia, but now there's a Bulldog in her hands. So they're going to have a hard time kind of retaking this, but they did a nice job smoking out the operator from B-Main, that garage area. They're going to have to get as much information as possible to be able to have a solid execute on this retake.
They got the drone, so they got the dart, and you can already see that one of the players is going to be located. So Lee are going to be used any moment here, but actually Alexander going to just be bringing out guns. And those guns will not be big enough. And now all of a sudden it's just down to Wilski. A one-on-one exchange, and he comes up big with 2. And they keep that lead going 3-1.
Whoops.
Bit of a misclick.
A really unfortunate misclick from Wilski. But now look at this. Evil Geniuses, although they are down 3-1, have 5 ultimates in their favor and really, really good ultimates in their hands right now. I mean, this is a very interesting buy from them. They do force the Guardian. Osias does have the knives ready, so not even going to buy into this one at all. The knives come out immediately. But we're seeing some pretty good stuff from both of these teams. The headshots are looking really clean, and Evil Geniuses are keeping Team Basilisk off as much as possible, but they're going to have to really execute the ending. Some of these retakes are going to have to look a little bit cleaner from Evil Geniuses to keep their wins going and keep their run going here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown.
We were talking about the read here from TB. I mean, this is a good play already. They have 3 players that are going to be close on by towards this A site. Now it's going to be the dark cover that's going to be used right at the perfect moment. They actually block off that pinch point, the connector piece. So allows EG to get repositioned if they need to. Potter, she's playing very passive. That's going to allow her to use the lockdown when she notices those players get on close by into the site. And that's going to be Nanners peeking a bit too wide. Both sides going to be able to bring it out, but now it's just frags galore, and it will be Riku to get into the site. Now in the big backline, find this frag, going to be able to take down Temperature, and that's a very good start already. 2-on-3 situation. EG back there against the boards. Do they go for the lockdown, push these players back a little bit, or do they decide to just preserve it? But no, they are going to use it now. Maybe Alexander to use the Empress in addition, so Ultimate's completely depleted here from EG.
This is huge. They're using the From the Shadows to kind of push Evil Geniuses kind of off of their retake just for a second, just long enough. I mean, every ounce of time is in their favor. So if Alexander actually sticks this, good win, but no! With barely any time left on the defuse, Bergie finishes it off on them, and that was a huge round for Team Basilisk, and it's going to set Evil Geniuses back onto a save round.
Such a big play. The Paranoia actually made the connection as well, and the spike being planted the position that it was in definitely allowed EG to get really close to that defuse, and you could see there was only, I think, like just over a second and a bit left. Doesn't pan out well, tries to stick it. And now it's going to be 1-4 in EG. They haven't just been able to get that rhythm that we've seen before. And Team TB right now, they're doing a really good job with just their post-plant situation, really locking things down and not leaving a lot of openings for EG to find.
Oh my goodness, a beautiful headshot from Claudia onto Nanners through the smoke as well. That dark cover does nothing for them this time. But that is a good start for Evil Geniuses here on this eco round. We've seen some absolutely insane eco rounds here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown today, and if Evil Geniuses can keep that going, it could be huge for them, especially right now.
This is a bit of a desperation mode too. I mean, EG, they don't really have a lot of good weapons. I mean, they just have like the Sheriff, they have a couple pistols, things like that. So right now, they're just trying to do as much damage as possible. They know a player's close on by. Temperature, I don't know if they realize that these players are going to be close, but no, it will be G-Man hanging out in the corner, but Claudia coming up now with 3 with the Sheriff, and now on a 1-on-2 situation. This is a very good position for EG. Not the most advantaged positioning, but being able to take down this many people, this is a good start. She might be able to creep on through and make this into a 1-on-1 duel.
Ooh, the Owl Drone kind of waiting for the push out. Actually might suspect that Claudia will push through Market. Claudia sticking to the CT push, might actually wait for some exit frags in this situation. Smokes off that middle area, which is perfect. Spots one, and it's going to be pushed out from Wilski, and that is a nice round again for Team Basilisk. They've been kind of handling these post-plant situations the best they can, and they're staving off any push or any retakes from Evil Geniuses, and that's where they need to be. They need to keep on, keep on having these really, I guess I gotta say, just like kind of epic post-plant situations where they are just winning out in the gun duels from these weird tight angles. And Evil Geniuses, they can totally come back from this. We've seen even crazier comebacks here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, even today. So definitely don't count them out, especially with some of these fantastic players and just the positioning that they're in.
Down by 4, so now Claudia going to be able to get back. Location is going to be revealed. Not going to be any issue whatsoever, but it will be a 3-2 split now. So they're going to be able to push on through. They're going to go into a main control, and that's going to be Temperature to use the Hunter's Fury. Actually does land the frag, taking down Riku, so that's a very good pickup now from EG. We haven't been able to see them win those opening duels, but it does pan out very well. Alexander finds the head of 1, finds the head of 2 now. And Team TP, they just are falling apart here. They're trying to just find something, but it's just turning into nothing. And now, 2 players remaining. Spike, it's completely dropped in the open. This is tough.
Oh my goodness, a beautiful headshot from G-Man onto Potter. Exactly what needed to happen, but this time Nanners is going to go down to Temperature. Had only 4 HP left over in that situation, but it is G-Man up against 3 of the Evil Geniuses. Takes down 1, but is going to be taken down from Temperature with a beautiful 3K, and that is another round for Evil Geniuses, and now they just need to take this momentum, Laz, and continue it on here on the defender side of Ascent, because Team Basilisk have been looking pretty solid on their executes for each of these sites, and I mean their post-plant situations, I keep saying it, they're looking crisp, but this time I think Evil Geniuses kind of had their number and really took them down.
Placing swarm grenade.
That's the thing that we've been noticing from EG. I mean, they seem to be in these retake situations, and TD, I mean, they've been doing a really good job. Like you said, their post-spawn situation has just been very strong, so EG just haven't been able to find that perfect, you know, little bit of a equation to figuring out how to make this work. But they now pick up a round, only down by 3. Sai's going to be holding very tight angle. Very difficult one to get out of, and now repositioning himself. But does not expect the players to be close on by. The dark cover now to block the vision, but actually goes for the wide swing. Actually does land the frag, and the knives are being spilled here against EG in the back. Roadhouse for Potter with 1, not able to find 2, but it will be Claudia to come back for the swing. And now it's a 2-on-3 situation. TB, they get the spike down. They decide to hold things off, finally getting it down. EG, they put themselves in another retake situation. 2 players in the back of the main, and this is a big spray from G-Man. My God, he makes it work finally, but now Shock Dart gonna find it. It's gonna be 1, but now it's just down to the one-on-one situation. Wilski versus Alexander. Will be the Sova versus Reyna. Wilski holding the tightest angle, and this is a very good position. EG, they need to go quickly. Time is depleting. Alexander, you need to make something work completely now, but Wilski gonna go for the spray, but Alexander comes up big.
Huge clutch moment for Alexander there. That's exactly what Evil Geniuses needed under their belt. I mean, it looked so fantastic. They were trying to hold them off for as long as possible. The teleport from Claudia came in really clutch and got the trade out for Potter. And I just gotta say, that was a really well executed hold from Evil Geniuses. Team Basilisk definitely brought it to them pretty tough. But, I mean, Evil Geniuses starting to look real crispy here. If they continue on the path that they are on right now, we could actually see a really even split here in the first half. Probably a 6-6 half, to be honest. I mean, both of these teams are bringing it to each other.
Yeah, this is really anybody's game at this moment. I mean, EG have now finally gotten the win back in the sails a little bit. Starting to be creeping up a couple rounds now. 2 rounds away from tying things up. Right now, EG just going to be playing a bit more of a default setup. Potter is going to be spotted, and actually Paranoid does connect with Claudia. She's going to be blind a little bit. That's a double flash, but still takes down 1 body, and Potter spraying away, but not able to find another frag. The trade is almost there. TB, they're going to be able to retreat from this. G-Man comes in from the back and middle, trying to find these 2 players. So EG needs to win this duel, but will not be able to. That Temperature is completely cooking here on EG now. A 4-on-3 situation, rifle retrieved. HP is low and Temperature keeps on cooking with fire, but now all of a sudden it's just completely switched around. We're down to the 2-on-2 all of a sudden choice.
Oh, it happened in a blink of an eye, and now Evil Geniuses are in this tree area. Going to have to retake with the door down. They're going to bust it down as fast as possible and maybe split off here. One in heaven and one through the door, but this time they are going to go two through the door, and this is actually pretty intense for them. Osias is going to be able to get the 2 kills on Team Basilisk and pick up the operator in their favor. So Evil Genius is definitely coming back with some heavy hitting plays onto Team Basilisk, and this is where we wanted to see them. I think they were just kind of getting a little used to, you know, the way that Team Basilisk played, getting a little bit of their playbook in their minds, and now I feel like Potter has been calling out some of these. I'm pretty sure Potter is the IGL for Evil Geniuses, calling out some pretty good retakes and really good just strats in general. So if they can continue on to this one, it could be huge.
It definitely could be. I mean, when we talk about EG on this map alone, in their history, I mean, they have a 58.9% chance that they win on the defensive side. So their win rate on defense is definitely higher than their attacking. So we'll have to see if they can scrape by go around to get this lead. And this is already looking good. It's just complete decimation. They've been able to make the 2-1 exchange. Buy 2 in the price of 1. So there will be 2 ultimates available. Riku actually going to fall. Claudia able to find another frag in the corner of the smoke. And now Spike's still in possession here for TB. We'll have to see. They have some utility that they could use as well. They have 1 Cybercade as well, but they're kind of stuck in a really awkward position. I mean, they're stuck in A main. They can fall back. They have plenty of time, but they need to get some real estate quickly.
Ooh, really intense situation for Team Basilisk right now. They do have the Neural Theft in their hands. They could use that to be able to take this site. They'll find out where everyone is, but Wilski coming in hot with a nice wall bang onto Temperature, but Claudia pops out at the right time, is able to take down Wilski. It's just G-Man with an operator. Just G-Man trying to keep himself alive. Probably going to try to save this operator, back out. And yeah, this looks like it's going to be a nice 5,000 credit save from G-Man.
Definitely the right call, but I mean, if G-Man could have picked up that frag against Claudia, definitely would have saw that he probably would have gone for this completely. I mean, that would have been a good pickup, would have been able to cross into the site, which really does change things completely, but not being able to, and Claudia actually being very patient and a bit disciplined, not going for the big wide swing, definitely makes it very favorable for EG. And now they brought things back 5-5. It was definitely looking like TB. I mean, they definitely had a good rhythm in the beginning, but now EG, like I said, this is looking not smooth sailing by any means choice, but it's sailing. You know, they're getting by.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we saw kind of a really tough first half of the first half. It is the easiest way to say that. But now with this 4-round win for Evil Geniuses, they're starting to get Team Basilisk's number. They're collecting all of the data in their favor, and this time they were trying to grab that they were trying to grab that trip, but it was actually destroyed from the shock dart, which is a huge moment for Evil Geniuses. 5 ultimates now available for Evil Geniuses. This is going to be a really tough round for Rico. He's now in a really tough spot as Sias is able to take him down with the operator. This is huge for Evil Geniuses.
That's a really good mixture, using the ultimate and using the recon bolt as well. Very good timing, and we talk about that. I mean, that's just a Sova recipe all on its own. That was completely just the utility available for Sova, but you mix a few things in the bag, definitely becomes a bit of a nuisance. And even TB now going to be pushing things back, but instead they're going to go towards Catwalk now, but it is 2 players. It will be Claudia, both Potter, the close on by into tree. Paranoia does make the connection, so very good timing. Pushes back that attacking once more, and Claudia spamming away. Here's them running on by, but able to find 2 again! And now just leaving it all down to Wilski. A 1-on-5 situation, spike in hand. Time is definitely not there. Needs to take down some bodies, but no. It will be EG to pull the lead by 1.
Ooh. Evil Genius is looking really crispy now. They've gotten all the jitters out, and this time they are bringing it to Team Basilisk with a nice 5-round win in a row. I mean, they're definitely looking a lot crisper in some of these aim duels in general. And I mean, I love the way that Potter's actually switching up the strategy, continuously being in different portions of the map every single round, and that's what needs to happen. They need to keep switching it up on Team Basilisk so they can't get comfortable. They are not allowed to run the same thing over and over again, and Evil Geniuses are really bringing it to Team Basilisk.
A bit of a different composition that we're seeing from EG as well now, but they're going to actually lean a lot more towards this A site. TB actually going to be pushing on through, and that will be the run it back. It's going to be activated. Temperature being very wide on the peak, very exposed, but it will be Claudia once again to find more. And it's just completely a big mow down, leaving it all just down to one G-Man. A 1-on-4 situation. 2 ultimates are already being used here from EG. They still have the lockdown available in addition. But G-Man now gonna have to find these frags the perfect time spots. Potter doesn't go for the shot, but instead gonna try to see can he make a play. Yes, he's gonna be able to take down Osias. Now he's able to creep on through, but it will be Temperature to save the day. 7-5. Now EG switching things over here onto the attacking side. And I was mentioning this before, Choice. On their attacking side on this map, it's not as strong as their defense. But we'll have to see if the stats are gonna go against them.
This could be huge for them. I mean, they've now been a team for quite a while now, a few weeks now. I think, you know, they joined up, they signed this roster kind of in the midst of VCT and kind of tested out some of the talent from these players during VCT. And now I really think they're starting to get a lot of time in the background, a ton of time just being able to play together as a team. And I think this is actually huge, and we're seeing definitely the benefit of how much time they've had together, and this could be huge for them.
Out of charges.
It's going to be the orb now, grabbed from EG. I believe that went for the Sova, which I believe is Temperature. So that's a good start to getting things ready for your Sova. And now EG, they're actually going to backpedal. They're actually going to just change things up a little bit. Haven't been able to get a lot of intel yet. They haven't done too much investigating. Haven't really explored much of the map. But getting that orb is a very good start. And if they can pick up this extra orb as well, definitely makes it closer to having that ultimate ready to go. And even look at that, Nanners. Nice little one tap. It's not a frag, but it definitely does a significant amount of damage against Potter. She's already down to the red.
It definitely means that Potter invested in a shield. So, I mean, it was the right decision to make in this one. So now they are going to be executing onto the A site, and they now have a ton of space here already on the site in a good post-plant situation, but the paranoia comes out from Team Basilisk, and a couple of members already going down. TB, oh my goodness, what is going on?
Oh my God. TB, I mean, they just, you know, they just completely disrespected it. They just jumped right from A tower, and they just dropped right below. I mean, they actually took down the spike planter, so they don't even get the money bonuses at all for that plant either. So not exactly what EG want, of course. But TB now, they pick up a round that definitely wasn't expected.
I know. It was looking so good for Evil Geniuses. I mean, you could see that they were setting up their post-plant situation, but Team Basilisk just came in so hard. I mean, they had all 5 members waiting in the tree area, and they just kind of pushed through nice and quickly and immediately just took down everyone, won those gun duels, and hit, I guess, just hit the heads of Evil Geniuses nice and quick.
It's a good one way that's used as well. The dark cover, so allows Nanners to have that advantage on the peaks. Now just playing a one-man show. Nanners going to be falling back. It will be the curveball. Who does manage to find that frag, and now EG, we're just running into the funnel. That funnel is a big trap here from TB, and it's just going to be all down to Temperature. Trying to take down one more body before falling, but will not happen. 2 is not the worst thing in the world, but now we have ourselves a tie game. EG, they should have money on the board that we can see a big gun round from them, but TB, they can keep these SMGs. They don't need to spend the money. But we'll have to see what they're going to do a little bit differently. Do they want to play aggressive still? Do they want to just play more of their standard setup? But right now, we're noticing that Nanners is feeling pretty confident in towards long A and really bringing that fight to them.
Yes, this should do.
Very, very interesting. It's just one of those moments where you're like, there's a lot going on here, and I could see what Evil Geniuses were trying to do. They were just trying to push as much as possible, get as many frags as possible as well, and it looks like they definitely pulled one on over Evil Geniuses because they had 4 members on over B, but now Nanners is going to be pushing through, maybe getting a nice flank set up already, but Evil Geniuses have a perfect position to have a nice post-plant situation set up for themselves.
And we saw TV, they actually went for a bit of a gamble. They put a lot of their players towards the B site. So they're going on that retake situation, and already starting to look a little bit good. They opened the first duel. Alexander using the Devour, going to go for the heal now. So playing the back of the site box, going to get spotted, but Wilski going to be taking down Alexander now. 3-on-3 situation. 2 of the members from EG in the back of A main. Just Claudia by herself. She needs to hold things through, but not going to be able to now. Spike is still ticking away. Now Swarm Nade is going to be used, but no, it will be EG to pull things up, and that temperature again keeps rising and rising.
That's so huge. We've seen a ridiculous amount of Shock Dart kills from Temperature. I mean, I think we've seen like 3 or 4 just in the last couple of rounds. I mean, being able to... there's something I saw recently is like there's one thing about like practicing lineups with Sova, but a good Sova will actually be able to on the fly know exactly where their dart is going to go. So we're seeing that from Temperature. They're being able to on the fly just make some ridiculous plays with these shock darts, get some kills with them and keep them alive a little bit longer, get those ultimate orbs, that ultimate charge, and we're already seeing a Hunter's Fury come out of Temperature in round 4 of the second half, and this could be a good start for them. Maybe fish for some kills or fish for some info. That could be huge, or just save it for the post plant.
Definitely a lot of things to consider. I mean, even now, I mean, they do have, like you said, they have the Hunter's Fury that is still available for Temperature. And then be a big question of where they want to use it, how they want to use it. They want to try to use it to getting an entry and pushing these players back, or do you want to save it for the post plan? I mean, that's always kind of the big question mark, especially when you have the Hunter's Fury. I mean, we've seen a lot from the high teams. It is very beneficial in those clutch situations, but right now, no clutches are in store. Still going to be a 5-on-5. No blood has been shed yet. And now EG switching up their game plan a little bit. They're actually trying to get some mid control, and actually they've been able to do a very good job of getting almost into market now. Nanners close on behind the wall in the back of market, but not going to go for this fight. Not even really going to jump spot it at all.
A very interesting decision. They kind of pushed up almost all the way to Pizza, almost all the way, but here it is, that fishing for information, perfect utilization of this ultimate. Is going to be able to get a ton of information right now, and Evil Geniuses on the push. 1 member down, but a little bit of information, a little bit of damage out onto Team Basilisk, and they're going to have to keep this going to be able to do something huge for their team and hold on to this site after the spike has now been planted.
5 players remaining for TB, but actually the recon ball going to be spotting, but then now they will fall back. Curveballs available, still 1 more here for Nanners. Going to be used, going to be pushing into the site, and actually will win that exchange against Osiris, and finds another one against Claudia. So the last 2 remaining players from EG, or 1 player from EG, going to be back in A main. It is Temperature, spamming on through, needs to find some frags, able to find 1, but it's not going to be the spike diffuser, and now needs to keep on going. This is for the ace, but gets another, and almost gets the ace, but Wilski able to pull things through. EG, they barely miss it.
Oh my goodness, the spray transfer was there, the heroics were there, but it just did not connect. Temperature absolutely doing some work for Evil Geniuses right now. My goodness, they need to keep this up, they can keep this momentum, and it's just like I said, this is an 8-8. I mean, it's been back and forth from both of these teams. I mean, we've seen long stretches from both sides, the good stretch at the end of the first half for Evil Geniuses, but now Team Basilisk are probably on their favorite side here on defense, and they're looking nice and crispy, but Evil Geniuses still have a lot of stuff in their pockets, a lot of stuff in their playbook, and you can tell that they are trying to really take it to Team Basilisk, because I think they're giving them the respect they deserve right now.
You should run.
I would definitely agree with your choice, and even that shock dart, it's a good way to start things off. Cybercade's going to be blocking it away, and that's going to be Potter using the lockdown here for EG. So they're pushing that defense back. They now need to use this time. It's very precious. They're going to push on through the site. No players will be detained. Gives them just the few seconds they need to get in this post plant situation. And we talked about TB, how well they did on their attacking side for the post plant, and now this is EG's turn. They haven't been as big on it yet, but maybe they can do something a little bit differently in this site. And TB, look at this. They're completely grouped up in one location. They're all together.
This is so weird because you can see Osiris in the middle. He was trying to find some rotating frags, but not this time. And this is a huge execute onto the B site, and they're actually getting a ton of frags onto Evil Geniuses. There's 2 members left, 1 member. It's just Osiris up against 5 members. This was a save round for them for the most part, but my goodness. Team Basilisk, I did not expect 5 members pushing from CT to do as much as they did.
Definitely could have been different if EG would have had, a stronger inventory. I mean, definitely with, the light purchase that they had, it definitely didn't work out, in a way it should. But I mean, TB going for that 5-player push out of spawn like that. Oh boy. I mean, they're going for everything. They're putting all the eggs in one basket. Now they're being able to put this lead back in their basket is only going to be 9-8, still up by 1. But like we said, this has been a very big back and forth game. And EG, once again, they have some of the sheriffs. They don't have any rifles this round, but they do have the Bladestorm ready to go. They have the ultimate available for the Omen as well that they can use for intel. And EG, they are going to be grouped up, getting this orb, so that's going to be a good start. It will be Nanners to hold things through A Rafters. Fire Lonesome.
Nice and slow. Evil Geniuses, given the respect deserved, like I was talking about, and here it is. The execute is now here. They have the A site in hand. The turn from these players is pretty fantastic, even in the face of a curveball coming out of nowhere. A lot of shots being taken, but Wilski coming in hot with a double kill with the Hunter's Fury. But my goodness, Evil Geniuses are falling 1 by 1. Temperature going to try and get at least 1, but not going to be able to this time. Evil Geniuses are now down 2, and Team Basilisk have gotten into double digits here on Ascent up against Evil Geniuses.
We're noticing EG, they're able to get into the site, but like I said before, it's the post plant that, has been kind of the question mark at this point. They're just not able to find the frags. And like I said, they didn't have the strongest inventory, but now that is going to be tested. They do have the rifles. Potter with a significant amount of money. Made me wonder if she was going to go for the op purchase, but no, they're going to keep 5 rifles in their hands. No ops for anybody on EG's side, but this is a very big round. This is kind of the, tail of the tape, really. I mean, if they can pull this round back, they have a good chance to really shut down this economy here for TB. But if they fall up behind, it's just making things a little bit more grim.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm feeling like we are not seeing as many eco rounds go in the favor of Evil Geniuses as we've been seeing here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown recently. So I'm really hoping that Evil Geniuses are able to kind of turn this around, because this is the momentum swing that they need in their favor. The Owl drones are going to go out, and now the Hunter's Fury from Evil Geniuses is popping out, and Wilski is going to go down. That's a huge high-impact frag, and now they know 2 members are over here. Never mind, make it 1, because Claudia is coming in clutch with these kills onto the members of Team Basilisk, and here it is. 5 members left alive, 2 members left for Team Basilisk. Make that 1 more, but a beautiful double kill from Nanners is going to keep them alive for now.
1-on-3 situation now. This is going to be an ace clutch for Nanners. She does get the flash, but not able to land that frag, but takes down Alexander to 9 HP. Very close. And that would have been a good pickup, because now that would have allowed EG. I mean, they would have been in a bit of a question mark on what the game plan could have been, but no question marks needed as they actually pull through the gun rounds. And now it will be a big test one more time. TB, they have full investment this round. They have an op in the hands of Riku. They have plenty of funds spent. And now this is a big test. EG could bring things back to a tie game, or TB to keep this lead going by 2. It will be time is going to be in the determination here. But EG, again, no ops for them at all. They're going to stick to the 5 rifles.
feel like that is a good position for them to be in at the moment. Riku with a really nice angle. This could actually be devastating to any sort of push from Evil Geniuses. You can actually see that Alexander is kind of in a really weird position, because if he tries to cross here, he might actually be taken down by this operator from Riku. This could be a devastating moment for them, but we can see the rotation going over to B. Osias likes to kind of chill in the mid, waiting for some rotation frags, but we'll see what's going to happen from Team Basilisk and how they're going to handle this retake if the execute happens from EG.
Oh, look at that. The crab walk. Riku. Alexander is posted up completely and not able to win that exchange at all. So TB now starting things off very well. They pick up that first frag, and EG have already lost a very big impact player on this squad already. But they still have plenty of utility. They still have the dark covers available. They still have, you know, the turrets and everything available as well from the Killjoys. So they're kind of have to use these very carefully now. Resources have completely depleted, and that's going to be a one-way smoke here. Bergie does actually make that work, does a bit of damage, but they're going to have to fall on back. Leave those Claudia. That actually does go for the paranoia, does connect. And now they're going to be able to get into the site. Potter going to get the plant down just in time. Should not be any issues there. Now it's going to be a 3-on-5 situation. Look at this. They're just running on through. Nana's coming up with 3. And all of a sudden it's just down to temperature 1, 2. Can he make it a third? No. But it will be TB now to go to 11-9 in EG. They don't have the right recipe.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, was that important?
I have no words at the moment, but we're going to scrounge him up. Evil Geniuses had a chance to really be able to hold this site, but I think they were really focusing on getting into their post-plan positioning. That Team Basilisk really had a fantastic job, or a opportunity to be able to just get those frags one by one. And my goodness, Nanners was in the right place at the right time. And that was just unfortunate for Evil Geniuses, but they still have a chance here. They've got some good buys in hand for the most part. They got Phantoms. Looks like Potter is going to have to, have the Bulldog in hand. But this is one of those telling rounds. I mean, like you were talking about, they had the operator. But Team Basilisk had the operator, and that was just really tough on Evil Geniuses.
No split play here from EG, so instead they're going to just put all the players committed to this execution. Will be Nanners actually to use the run it back, so going to go pushing on through, going to get a lot of intel, but no, the intel will not be gathered, but does know there's a lot of EG players pushing on through. Nanners going to be blocked off here. Science is going to spam and take down the Owl drone, so to be able to get into the site again. Spike finally gets planted. This is where they've been successful, but now the big test for them is that post-plant situation. Riku finds one, not able to find a second. Alexander takes the head of Riku. Nanners close on by with a flash, but it will be Claudia to get one, but the big trade, the Omen on Omen goes in favor here for TB. And that's going to be Potter now using the lockdown, which does push the players back, but no, they're going to commit to this defuse. Fallen going to be pushing back on through. 2-on-2 situation. They're committing to this G-Man, able to get it halfway through, but actually does get detained. So EG, they decide not to capitalize and go for the peak, but instead, they're going to be very patient. But the dark cover, oh no, this is not good. This is not good indeed. Oh, but they pull it on through the last second.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Team Basilisk had the right play in mind. I mean, they got it to halfway, and that's what caused G-Man to get hit by the lockdown. And Bergie positioned themselves kind of behind the generator, but it just wasn't enough, and the spray down from Evil Geniuses took him down. This is a close matchup. I mean, these players are fighting for top 8 for the quarterfinals here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, and you could tell they're pulling out all the stops, and Evil Geniuses, their scoreline is just... It's really nice. That's what I gotta say. It's just so good.
We talk about nail biters. I mean, I think this is probably what that's going to be here, Choice. I mean, you know, it seems like TB, they always seem to get this bit of a lead with 2 rounds, and all of a sudden EG live in evil, and they just pull things through and creep on things back. They are still in the deficit. They are down by 1, but they pull on that big gun round, so they do have the slightest advantage. So we'll have to see what they're going to do with this. They do have the Hunter's Fury. They have the Empress available in addition to their inventory. Be a big question of what they want to do, and we've seen a lot of success for them getting this mid control. And I'm curious if they want to split onto B this round. I mean, we can already see Alexander getting a lot of intel, already gained so much information.
Ooh, this is really intense. They're about to commit onto the site with 3 members of Team Basilisk, including an operator in their hands. Rika's been insane, but G-Man takes out 2. This is huge. Is he going to be able to get another one? But no, Evil Geniuses are falling one by one. It's all up to Osiris to keep Team Basilisk off match point here in the top 16.
An amazing performance, holding it down. TB, they have the one player in B main and EG. They just were not able to get the trade, and that was the spike being dropped as well. So I mean, it's just not a good position for it to be in. And now their backs are completely against the board. They're down by 2. They need to pull up 2 rounds to pushing overtime. Otherwise, TB now will continue on, only 1 round away from making that top 8 guaranteed. My goodness, we can already see the money situation is so tight for EG. I mean, they're going to have a couple Vandals, sure, but it's just not the same. When we look at TV, they got an operator. They're just laughing. They got money. There's no problem at the bank right now.
Oh, big moment for them is using their utility to its fullest extent. They've got another. Okay, they've got another ultimate orb in their favor. They're going to have to use this utility, like I was saying. They're going to have to use it to its fullest capacity because Team Basilisk have been in these weird angles pretty much consistently all throughout the night. These owl drone duels have kind of been coming out pretty consistently as well. Alexander actually with a beautiful rotation gets the headshot onto G-Man. That's another gun in the hands of Evil Geniuses. The Lear comes out. Will Wilski be able to handle what's going on here?
Wilski able to find 1, but no, it will be Osiris to get the reply back. Bergie able to find 2, gets the spike down as well. Potter, she does make the connection. She picks up the frag. Spike is going to be retrieved. It will be the Cloudburst that's going to slightly block the vision, but no, it's not good enough. But Osiris able to bring the Blade Storm alive. Finds 1, but Nanners now has brought things back to a one-on-one situation. Potter, I think she only has a ghost in hand at the moment. And Nanners, well, she does pick up a rifle now, finally, but no, Nanners now has plenty of real estate, plenty of time that she can move around. A big guessing game here, but EG, they're going to commit to this plant. And Nanners now pushing on through, full HP, still has 2 curveballs available. Whereas I believe Potter going to be now pushing on through, but no, look at this. Potter expects this. No, it's so close. Nanners, oh, spots the location, and Potter now to be able to reposition herself once more. Going for the tall box and jumps across, but Potter, you're not able to get it in time. And that's going to be TB to take things away, 13-10.
What a fantastic display from both of these teams, but Team Basilisk is going to move on into the quarterfinals up above Evil Geniuses. This is a best-of-1 tournament, but my goodness, Basilisk have been proving themselves week after week, getting further into these playoff brackets. Oh my goodness, what a match that was.
What a game indeed. I mean, we talk about EG, a big powerhouse that's been in, big name, and a lot of things that we're expecting from them, but they do fall short here in the top 16. But hats off to TB. I mean, they came up very big, and I mean, like we said, their retakes on their defensive side pretty much picture perfect. I mean, they did everything completely right. And I mean, honestly, it was really hard to kind of pick apart what, TB really did wrong. I mean, they pulled up the win, but I mean, we do see that it will be Rico to be the MVP with a 21-15-5. Definitely made some big impact with the Jet. And that's the one player that did pick up the operator later in the stages of this match as well, Choice.
I know, a beautiful play from Riku at the right places at the right time, getting those really high impact frags. And I mean, I feel like one of the biggest win conditions for Team Basilisk was shutting down Potter. I mean, Potter was able to get a lot of assists out of there, but they just had her number every single round, and that was really unfortunate because, I mean, some of the trades didn't happen sometimes, but Team Basilisk, once again, just like in the right place at the right time a lot of the time. So they're going to move on into the quarterfinals here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown. So, my goodness, what else do we say from that one, Laz? Crazy stuff from both of these teams. I'm loving today's Valorant Sunday Showdown.
Yeah, this has definitely been a very good VSS that we've had here today. And I mean, a lot of big upsets, a lot of great matches that we've had so far. And I think we will be covering Zoomer Academy versus Lunch Club. So that should be an interesting match as we're going into the top 8 with both of us, I believe. Or is it me and Dilly? I can't even remember anymore.
It's going to be you and Dilly. This is my last match of the day. But man, I've had so much fun today here in the Valorant Study Showdown. Thank you guys so much for hanging out in the chat today and watching some amazing teams fight each other. We're going to be right back after this quick break, but stick around for Zoomer Academy versus Lunch Club. This is going to be a good one that you don't want to miss.